All right, good evening. Tonight we're going to be working on some more small Github issues, namely 53 and 54. Let's get into it. So this one's going to be really simple. Just making the navbar username box clickable, which means going to here, or like anywhere here, and making this, well, really the whole box clickable because it only makes sense that this would take you to your settings. Uh, And that is ideally going to be a really simple fix. All we need to do, we're not going to fix really. It's not wrong specifically. It's just that it could, yeah, it would be better if it was different, you know? Okay, so what we're going to do is, actually, you know what? What if I just wrap this in an A element? Does this dork up the UI at all? I don't think so. This actually might have been like incredibly easy. We'll see if it keeps being this easy, but um, yeah, it may very well be this easy. Okay, so yeah, it actually was that easy. Okay, um, I need to do. Okay, so I need to remove that little underline, which just means going in here. Rip grepping for username box and CSS, and actually let me be a little bit more specific and say that I just want username box. And let's see, that's all fine. It's all good. Just go here, and I think I can just specify text decoration none. And beautiful. So now I just click on this box, go to settings. Let's make sure that it still scales appropriately because I did change the HTML element. But I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that probably does scale appropriately. Go here, reload the page, then click on this. And okay, this is where, all right, for this, I need to think of a good way for the user to access the settings here. So, yeah, this is going to be curious. Just in terms of UI design. Because, of course, I could just make this an href, but yeah. All right, back. Sorry about that. Let me keep thinking about this. So, here's the thing. If I add it in here, then I have to add extra code in navbar, unless I already have code that would let me just go ahead and do this. And if it would, and then I would just yeah, then I would just go ahead and throw it in here. But well, okay, in this case, I'm gonna say there's nothing wrong with simply duplicating uh this, having two links to the same spot. I feel like that's it's just gonna be a little bit easier in the long run, you know. So let me go and throw this right here, I guess, and make sure that looks fine. It does. It's not really that hard to do, or I would hope that it's not that hard to do. Oh, okay, actually I am noticing a little issue here. Um, and you know what? While we're at this, we're gonna do some styling. As usual, I'm getting sidetracked. That's fine. So, uh, in this case, actually, okay, before I do that, before I get myself even more sidetracked, let me just go and check this. Make sure it looks fine, it works fine, and it does, it's fine. Okay, this here, let me, yeah, this is gonna be, it's a bit interesting getting it um, shoved in there properly. The other thing that I need to do is I need to make this the appropriate size to fit exactly 250 characters, because right now I just paste this over and over again. I'll just scroll down, which is, it's not wrong, it's not bad, but I feel like the user experience could be a little bit cleaned up. So, well, actually, first off, let me just, oh, sorry, jeez. Let's go ahead and commit these changes. So, go here. What's this? 53. Um, almost done with 53. Just need to write tests. Okay, wonderful. Now that we made and committed those changes, so our working tree is up to date and not all wonky. Let's go ahead and look at how to do this. And I think what we're going to do is simply grep for custom form. In this case, we want the custom form item. And we want the width this to be a maximum of 90%. Should be a semicolon. My bad. Okay. So let me see. Let me see what's targeting this. I might need to force it to wrap. I'm not too sure. It's taking from settings item. Okay. Well, it's not that big of a deal. I'll just hop over to settings.css, settings item, and then set the width of this to 90%. Wonderful. And let's see, I think overflow wrap is going to be what I want to use. Overflow wrap. I think break word. I'm not too sure. Yeah, that wasn't right. Actually, flex wrap maybe. I'll have to sneeze. It's gonna be loud. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Okay. There we go. There's the wrap that I wanted to see. Okay. So now if we expand this out, it goes like that. I also need to apply a bit of margin to both the ends here. So let me go ahead and do that. So do I remove honestly that's probably why I had the issue in the first place. Um can I do height min content actually? But I could so I could remove the margin. I just do height min content. It does technically work, but not to the degree that I want. I also okay, so here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like 20 pixels maybe. That's decent. I also need to ensure if someone is on a small yeah, see here's the issue that should just stretch out, but it's not. So yeah, that's kind of an issue. Hmm. Let me think about that for a second. Because all I need for this to do is just to stretch out. Do I have margin applied to? Perhaps I need margin applied to the bottom there. Um, I have padding applied. But I do, yeah, I do wonder if I need some sort of margin. Additionally, I need to use the class that I use for all other forms on this, just to ensure that that looks the same and stuff. So let me just go here, throw a class name of custom form on here. That's not going to help automatically, but it'll make it look a tiny bit better. And yeah, since we're here, let's go ahead and try minimizing this. That looks great. So here, this works great. And yeah, it works how it's supposed to. I don't know why it's not working here though. Well, here, let me go hover this and see what is affecting it. Okay, so yeah, the flex direction. What if we go down? Differences there. Granted, it would probably just be easier to just go and look at all our media queries here. Is it this? Is it? No, it's not that. So let me think. Man. Every now and then I'm not great with CSS. Overflow CSS. Um, works overflow to. I think this is just a class overflow. Okay, let me just try target the overflow setting. Overflow in the vertical direction should be visible to the user. Yeah, they didn't really get anywhere though. So, okay, maybe. Yeah, yes, the overflow definitely did not do anything. Maybe we need to add margin to the button so it's forced to be pressed out. I'm not sure if that's correct, but we're gonna try anyways, you know. Here, settings, target button. Margin bottom should be, let's just say 20 pixels. We can get more specific with this at some point, but yeah, just for now. Oh wait, no, I already have margin around that. At least it said I do, and I do. Okay, so in that case, what in the hell is that? Why is it doing this? Because it really, I can't have this because if, well, yeah, it just it doesn't look good. What if I just force height to be auto? Do we have anything saying the height right now? I don't, so it should just be auto, but let me look at that. See what else we got. I could potentially try and do min content. I guess let's try min content. Oh, there we go. Okay. Um, I should have a bit of margin off the bottom though. I'm not sure why I don't. Um, okay. I should have margin pressing off here. Let me see. Where's that thing? Oh, there we go. Margin overflow. Don't think that that's going to be. Or collapsing margins. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of text. Everything margin. Collapse. Margin. I don't think that's what I'm. Let me write this. Margin doesn't push up when on page CSS. Okay. Yeah, let me try. Do overflow auto, I guess. Overflow auto. I don't think that's gonna be useful to me though, so yeah, no. Like, this isn't the end of the world, but still, it'd be nice if it looked a bit better. Um, but yeah, I really, I don't see how else I can do this. Because if our layout does show have a margin, change it to 300 pixels, yeah, it's still not really gonna help at all. So, all right, in that case, we're gonna call this part of the issue done there. I do want to go around and play around on some more of my pages just to make sure I don't have that vertical cutoff issue. But the one other thing I want to do is make sure that the text forms are capable of holding about exactly 250 characters. So let me set size, no, not all, set size of text area, Gmail. Oh, we can use rows and columns. The average, how many average width character? So is this really just, so here's exactly the amount of rows, panning around it. I kind of just want to do this, honestly. Um, is that text area? Yeah, that is. I was gonna say that. I'm very sure that that could not be input. But yeah, it is a text area. Okay, so what I could do, just for now at least, is simply make enough room for characters based off of the size. So settings, text area, uh, case. Actually, no, sorry, I don't. Okay, so actually, yeah, in that case, let's just go ahead and do CSS units. But I'm gonna look and see uh, what the unit for a character is because I forget. So those are absolute units. These are relative lengths. Font size. So rem. Oh, the current element. So m. Okay. So in that case, let's do width is, let's say 50m. I'm not sure yet. And height will be 5m. And there we go. See, that looks a bit nicer now. So now, when I fill this up, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and make it 6M though. Uh, but at least for that, that looks really nice. Okay, let me also go and style the mobile side, the mobile. And the only reason I say I need to do this separately is because it needs to uh, still work at 400. So yeah. Um, so I'm going to change this up a little bit, or my math up a little bit. In other words, let me go here, go up, paste down. Over here, let's start with 10m as a width. Let's go to 25m as height. Okay, that's absolutely unnecessary. Let's start with 20m and a height of 14m maybe. It's not bad. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I can reduce that down, just for the sake of keeping things as small as possible. Reduce that down to 13M, I think. And no, not download the web page. Okay. Just wait, why am I doing my math like severely wrong here? The width is 20 characters and the height is 20 characters. Okay, I don't know if I'm doing my math like severely wrong, but there's no way that I can. Oh, wait, hold on, because that's no. I want to keep it at 13. I forgot. Um, the limit length of those is a bit different. But still, I was gonna say. Um, yeah, let me. Still gonna drop that height down to 10. Oh, that's because the font size is getting smaller. I'm losing it. I swear. And also, I am. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, there we go. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's pretty good. So let me commit this as minor CSS changes. Minor CSS changes. I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording here. But if you want to see me exploring more issues on stream, please do come and join and watch my stream. I stream almost every night at around 8 to 8:30 p.m. EST. So if you want to drop in and say hi, please do. Bye bye. Okay, that was the end of the recording, but not the end of the stream. So now we're gonna go here, and I'm just gonna go to a few different pages. I'm actually gonna go here and go localhost register. I'm just gonna scale this a little bit and play around with it. Yeah, see, okay, so I think we need to add what I added to um whatchamacallit, settings, because otherwise we have problems. So where's custom form? Custom form. There you are. And to actually access this, I'm gonna throw it full screen for a moment. And there we go. Wonderful. It's still doing that weird thing where it tries where it doesn't allow the margin to go all the way down. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with that. Let me think. Like, what are some other routes that I could consider trying? Let me just go look at routes. I think for the most part, that's probably it. But still, I may as well go and look through here. So routes, we have settings, guidelines, login, dashboard. Dashboard, there's no way that something could go wrong there because it's already meant to be scrollable. Let me go ahead and try that. And also, let me try post. Oh, let me go here. Dashboard. Make this small. And yeah, that's fine. The only thing that does force out there is that. And in that case, I'm actually going to go ahead and add the Heightman content to that. Um, just for the sake of it. I mean, I feel like the chance that someone would ever view this site on on a screen with this exact shape is so slim. I mean, like it's gonna be at least that for the most part, but still, um, I'm still gonna go in and make that change real quick. So let me go. Where is that? That is just in the nav bar, I believe. So nav bar CSS. Nav, throw this in here. And now, when I go here, squeeze that in, I can scroll this. Well, yep, that looks great. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay. Um, I do actually want to go check out a post and just see, like, it should just make it scrollable. Yeah, it does. Awesome. And if I go down to here, yeah, it'll just make that scrollable. And then, yeah, that looks amazing. Honestly, I'm very happy with this. I don't want to sound too suck-uppy to myself, but like I'm genuinely very happy with this. Okay, wonderful. So the navbar username box is now clickable. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother committing that really. I'm just gonna close it. Ah, wait, hold on. I didn't test yet. That's what I was forgetting. I see the front end, npm run vi UI test. I did change elements, so I'm wondering if something's gonna fail because I changed a few elements around. But nothing fails, so yeah, I'll test pass, so that is a closed issue. Wonderful. Okay, this is the fun issue of the night. Implementing a follow and unfollow button. Now, this shouldn't, in theory, be that complex or hard to do, but nevertheless, yeah, I'm probably gonna find some way to make it challenging or annoying. Okay, so, all right, first off, let me clarify. I already have the backend done, and I've already written tests for it, so the code is in theory tested, but I still, yeah, I still need to go through and, um, oh my gosh, words are not my forte tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I still need to go through and add these connections to the front end because otherwise it doesn't actually work. And the one thing that I do want to do real quick is, well, not real quick, but as I do this, I want to make sure that you can't follow yourself because that'd be a whole issue, I feel like, and I don't really want to deal with that. So let me start by going to, well, actually I'm already here, the home page, and if we look at the home page here, to my home page, uh, it's pretty basic, there's not much here, but, oh, why is the profile picture not rendering? Hold on. Hold on. Um, there should be a did I not put a profile picture here? Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Um, does exist if true. Oh yeah, this should, that's not log, was that okay? Um, why is it throwing undefined, or not throwing, but returning undefined? Hold on, guys. As I said, I'm gonna find some way to make this more complicated than it needs to be, but that's fine. Yeah, so let me, hold on. So, hmm, so response, the path shouldn't be null though, because it should, in theory, just be returning res.ok. Um, let's try and log the res itself. I wonder if it's mad because I'm using uh, this. No, it isn't. But okay, now, oh, because I don't need to be uh getting at okay. I just need to be, there we go. Okay, small issue, guys. Don't worry about it. It's just me being a bit silly. Okay. Okay. Now that we know that, we're good to actually start working on this issue, which is implementing follow button. So I need a way to detect if the user is, uh, if the user that's trying to follow the user is the same user as the user. That was a jumble of words, but I'm basically just trying to say that I don't want someone to be able to follow themselves. So I think that, yeah, let me think of about the best way to do that. I was gonna say it might be the best way to do that on, it might be better to do that on the back end, but I'm not sure. So, okay, hold on. First off, it's not a breaking issue if someone can follow themselves. It's not great, but it's not like that big of a deal. Like if it happens, it happens. It's not gonna mess with anything other than the user's own stuff. So yeah, it's if I slip up somewhere, it's not that big of a deal. I don't need to think too hard about this. But I think what I can do is I can just use JavaScript to check if the username in user info is the same as, where is it? Is the same as the username of the currently logged in user, which like that's gonna be the fun part, getting that, because, well, no, I can just use get user info, I guess. Yeah, is there anything wrong with not using or sorry, with just using get user info? I don't think so. If I could save on API requests, then I will, and I might be able to use just use the router data, but at the same time, it might just be able to, yeah, it might just be better to call get user info, because that way, if the user is not logged in, it doesn't cause any issues. So okay, in that case, we have our button. We have follow. Let's do on click. Let's call follow helper. Need to go up here, add a function follow helper, and let's see. So from here, we do call get user info first. So get user info dot then uh, res. We're gonna say if res at username name and res, sorry, is not equal to null, and res at username is equal to user info at username, or sorry, and is not equal to user info at username. In that case, we're good to go ahead and make the follow request. So we're gonna go over to helpers actually, and we're gonna make a new function, async function follow user. And I forget, I have to look at the back end here. We just split this actually. Yeah, we have to look at the back end here. Cause I forget if, yeah, so we're just posting to that. So yeah, in that case, I can just make a post to that. But I also need to delete the user if, or sorry, if I make a request, then I need to go ahead and delete the user if that already exists. So, well, my brain is not braining tonight. Okay, Okay, let me think how I want to structure this. Um, okay, so I want to send a post request if if these conditions are good, and I want to send it a delete request if the user wants to delete. But how do we know that the user wants to delete? Uh, well, if the button is already showing that they're following that person, then we can just change it to unfollowed. So in that case, let's make a get follower. And okay, so if get okay, so we can call get follower when we load the page, and if get follower returns true, we're gonna set is following to true, and then when the user, well, actually no, we can just make the button um yeah, we can just make the button go to a different function called unfollow helper, which will help the user unfollow. So okay, yeah, that makes sense. So okay, first let me start with async function is following user, and oh, this is actually, oh, this is, oh, I didn't make very useful views, did I? Good Lord. Because I can't actually get specifically specifically this user. So yeah, that's not crazy helpful. I have to rewire that and then write tests. Okay, so you guys are actually going to get to see some backend development tonight. Yay. Okay, so let me, it shouldn't be too hard, but what I need to do is I need to go to logs. I need to do manage followers, but I need to add an optional username field. And what this is going to look like is username is equal to none by default. Say if username, do this. Otherwise, oh, otherwise, no big deal. Let's go ahead and do this. And I need to remember how to tab in Vim. Let me look that up real quick. How to tab in Vim. Control V. Oh, okay. It's not working. Windows mode. There's a way that I could just do this. Okay, well, I've now wasted too much time trying to do that manually, so, or try to do that the fancy way. I just go here. I know there is a way that you can do it, but I don't know how. So, yeah, we've added an optional URL. Then we're going to go ahead and redefine the user and say data, and here type ignore. Data is equal to follower.objects.filter. User is equal to user. This case, the follower. Well, actually, okay, so should this be on a different one then? If we're getting, yeah, in this case, this should be on uh, the view below, and I'll show you why in just a second. So username is equal to none if username pass else go down here and do this. And then I just need to edit this a little bit. Actually, let me go back here. It should be username. Wonderful. And if username, we're going to copy this. And data is equal to follower.objects dot filter. Follower is equal to user. And user is equal to username is equal to username. I also want to select related, I believe. So user and follower. Wonderful. And then really we're just going to do the exact same thing here. And other than this, just change many to is true to false. Dot get. Okay, let's just use filter then. Actually, can I just use get object or 404 equals get object or 404? How does this work again? Actually, that's not because I have to select related. So in that case, let me go over here. You write test for this now. So just go here and define test does get request with parameter function properly. Self. We're going to do a very similar thing here. Except, we're going to go here, add, I've done this before, I forget exactly how to do it. I think it's just username is equal to Johnny. Yeah, look, I think that's the right way to do this, but I'm not sure. Right, so in this example, oh, because we're logging as Johnny, we're not logging as Bobby. Okay, and that should be just fine. And then, well, yeah, actually, we just need to do this again, I believe. So let me following view test case. Let me try and run that. Right now, Docker compose exec backend Python 3 manage.py test. What was that called again? Following view test case. And so blogs.test dot following view test case. That does kind of make sense, but what is it then? So if you want this, that's our path, and then maybe we just need to just add the URL on. Not really that big of a deal, but still. So let me look here. Reverse should really just be the same thing. So reverse and okay, in this case we just have args. In this case is equal to username. So args is equal to Bobby. Let's try that. Okay, yeah, so this is an issue with this. I need to be saying that many is equal to true. Uh, because I have to select related. Actually, can I use the other way around? Can I just do data is equal to follower.objects dot select related user follower dot get uh, follower is equal to username is equal to username. Is there anything wrong with just doing that? Let me see. See what blows up this time. Follower object is not iterable. Oh, I already added many is equal to true to that. Silly me. um, I I keep going to the damn wrong window. Okay, now we're at the right window. Okay. Um, Let me print request.data because this is almost definitely different. I think it just needs to be actually. This might just be the fix. I think because it's not going to be an array this time. Wonderful. Um, yeah, that works then. That's great. Okay, so let me commit this real quick and git add git commit minus m. What's the issue here? 54. So um, progress on 54. I'm so excited that I actually got to stream something on the back end this time because I always stream front end work, and front end work is fine. I don't mind it, but it's not my thing for the most part, you know. But I actually got to stream back end work, which is very fun. Very happy about that. Okay, so now that we've done that, um, I can simply, well, not really simply, but I can go back to the front end, starting with helpers.js. So let's do is following user first. So this is going to be a get request. So hold on. It's going to be a get request. So I'm just going to yoink the config from up here. 23, 23 up. Jeez. There we go. So I'm just going to yoink the config from up here. And then we'll say const response is equal to await fetch slash API slash blog post slash manage following plus, and you pass in the username plus username plus username. I actually need to return response said okay. I need to actually use the config. Export this. So is following user. And then I need to hop over to homepage.jsx. And in this nasty little use effect here, we're going to start. Let's see. Actually, we really don't have to do anything that crazy. So what we need to do is we need to create constant is following set is following. And oh, actually, I just realized something. Am I returning the right thing? Yeah, no, I'm returning the right thing. Let me make a little note here. Should 404 if user is not following. And that logic is going to carry over to what I'm about to do. So we're going to default this to false, but then we're going to go into our use effect. Say is following user username dot then res. So if not res, see comments in helpers.js JS for this function. Yeah, put that up here actually. So if not res, then let's Go ahead and set is following true. And else set is following to false. Wonderful. And prevents user from following themselves. Okay. Then we're going to have an unfollow helper. It's function unfollow helper. And then that's gonna do something. But one thing we do need to do real quick is we need to conditionally render this button. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with this, and it's going to be a ternary. And we're going to do is following user. If they are, this is going to be a, this is going to call unfollow helper. And if they aren't, it's going to call follow helper. Follow helper. Wonderful. Then down here, this is going to be a conditional again. Is following user. If they are, this should be unfollow. If they aren't, it should be follow. Now, I'm sure someone's going to say, and actually, I myself am thinking it, why not use tan stack queries? And I have been thinking about doing that and implementing that somehow. But the problem is, well, actually, yeah, okay, see, the problem is I can't really maintain this separately from tan stack query. So I feel like it's better just to do it by hand here. Uh, it's just going to be easier than trying to figure out how to use tanstack query or in this case it would be tanstack mutate, I believe. But yeah, because it would be a pain, because I'd be having to basically query for one thing and then do something else, and it would just be yeah, it'd be a whole thing. So yeah, actually, well, now I'm kind of thinking if it would be a good idea to uh I'm gonna say no. Say no for now. All right. So this should work properly. And let me just go and make sure my browser page isn't blowing up. Um, oh, I was gonna say like, oh, why is that doing that? But just because I got two of these. I just say unfollow because okay. So if not res, then set is following to true. The console. Let's see what we got going on here. Um, yeah, there we go. And it throws a does not exist. Actually throws a 500. That's fine. That's intentional. So this is the correct, yeah, this is the correct thing to be column. So in that case, if that doesn't exist, and that throws uh, false, and is following user should just return is response set okay. So I print console.log res because I don't think that that should be, yeah. Oh, I'm just doing this backwards. So if it returns 404, the user is not following. Yeah, that's just a logic error on my part. Okay, now we reload this. It's still showing. Did I not save this? What did I do? So no, this is right. Let me just console log, what unfollow, not unfollow helper, is following user. Oh wait, no, that's just the, it's just that. Um, oh, I know why. I have done a poor job of naming my variables. Okay. Now, yeah, there we go. Wonderful. Okay. Now we can start working on our follow and unfollow helpers. So our follow helper is reasonably simple. Actually, while I'm here, I'm just gonna add a should, unfollow helper. Okay, so prevents user from following themselves. Let's go ahead and uh, follow user. Actually, I imported that, or sorry, export that. Following user or follow user and follow uh, user. Follow user. There we go. Wonderful. I'll go and follow user, username, and okay. Yeah. And all we're gonna do is if it returns true. So actually, no, I don't want to do this. I want to dot then res if res then set is following to true. And otherwise, let's do error handling, but we're probably not going to get that done tonight, so let me just add a note for that. Add to do add error handling, and what was the other thing? Oh, write test for front end, check coverage on backend. Comment. Okay. So that's the abstract for that. Actually, since we're here, let's go ahead and just get into the nitty gritty of it. And by that, I'm gonna go to username, and we're just gonna yoink a config from here. And we're simply going to JSON.stringify username to be username. Wonderful. And let's go ahead and make our request to wait fetch API post manage followers. That should be the correct manage following with that config. And then we're just gonna return response said okay. Yeah, that's pretty simple. And for this is actually it's gonna be basically a copy and paste, but instead it's going to be a delete request. So that should be username. And this should be delete. I'm sure it won't work perfectly in the first try, but that's okay. Okay, so you have constant follow helper. We have says following true. And yeah, that should work actually. But let me go ahead and do unfollow helper. So wait, do I need to be getting user info? Or is there any better? Oh wait, no, wait. Can I just grab? Can I just grab that from? Hold on. I think my logic might have gone out the window here. Okay, because I just need to make sure that username and okay, user info in this. Yeah, no, that's fine because we have to get the info about the user themselves. Uh, but if they're not logged in, then I don't want to cause any issues with that. So yeah, this is fine. I think we could potentially use the root loader, but in this case, I think it's gonna be better just to go this way. No, let me go ahead and use the root loader. Um, so constant current user const current user info is equal to root loader data uh root, and that just tells me that it's not declared, but that's fine. So then what we can do here is we can go here. And we can go here, and res instead should be uh, current user info. This should be current user info as well. So if that is the case, then we're good. And I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't think I need to do this, but it really can't hurt, so why not? Okay, wonderful. Then for the unfollow helper, we don't really need to check if this is the current user or not. All we need to do is unfollow helper uh, with username, which is the username of the users of the users of the user whose homepage we are currently on. So unfollow helper dot then res. This should basically be the same thing here, except backwards. So false and then true. Let's see, is it blowing up? Not blowing up. Nice. Let's see. Um, well, first, clicking that doesn't actually do anything, so that is an issue. Um, I'm not. I would imagine that somewhere it's an issue somewhere in here, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Do I need to remove uh this? Can I look at React components? That'd be great. Please, thank you. Um, oh, I can use this. Um, all right, let me click through here. I rarely use this, which is why I look so uncomfortable with it. Um, I think it's the right thing targeting here. So that's just that. It's just that. And yeah, that's okay. React ternary function. Let's see if I can. This. Well, yeah, that looks fine. But again, if you're not sure why it's not getting called, if that is fine. So if is following string, let me print that real quick. Let me just make sure. Console.log is a function. It is following. Well, it certainly seems to be printing false. So in that case, under that logic, we should just be returning a follow helper. In which case, oh, wait a second. No, my code is working properly. It's that it's working too well, basically. Because my code is preventing me from following myself. Um, yeah, and I need to change this back to I had it as initially. Yeah. No, my code is actually working properly. Okay, so let me go. I'm so surprised. I'm like actually so surprised to see my code working properly. Um, Login. I don't think I have any password. Oh, I don't have any password saved, but I should go to Bobby. What's the dude's? I made a fake guy. Let me see. I just forget. Bobby Joe. Bobby Joe is the name. Bobby Joe. Method not allowed. Oh, that's fun. That's great. I'm very sure I have a post method there. Okay, so manage following. So let me go to. Oh, I should be using manage followers. Yeah, for both of these. Manage followers. Following followers. Let me go and remove that console.log because I now know what I was doing wrong there. Reload this. Okay, so I got 500. Oh, I wonder it. Well, hold on. I think I'm just doing my. I'm just passing this to the back end incorrectly. Look at this and see. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Follow E and up here should be follow E as well. Okay, wonderful. Oh boy, jeez Louise. Okay. Okay, line 74 having an issue. Go over to not settings, home page. Go to line 74, which is right here. Oh, yeah, unfollow user. Oh, variable names are not my friend tonight, are they? Okay, it looks like we're good. Again, I'm not gonna be testing this tonight. I do not have the energy in me for that. I'm gonna go play Trackmania because a new campaign just released. I'm very excited. I've gotten to play like 10 tracks out of the 25 tracks. Very excited. Uh, But yeah, I'm just gonna commit this to 54. Say basic stuff for number 54 done. See the to-do list. And on that note, I'm going to call it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you have watched this long, as usual, I will be posting a video tonight. And if you haven't seen my community announcement, please do check it out. I'm asking about what I should name No AI Blog because the name No AI Blog is not great. And yeah, that's about it from me.